Yo, what's happening, everyone? Today is the 1st of May, and it's time to get rid of this hair that, I don't know, man, this stuff just keeps on just coming out of nowhere. Anyways, let's get down to it. Today's shave is going to be in the memory of one Prince Rogers Nelson, bad man that he was. So I am going to be using the things that I think he would use if he shaved the way that I did. Today's brush is going to be a Morrison forndran Purple Haze 2XL in finest. Lots of pink and blue, but it is purple, and this one is going out to the purple one. Today's soap is going to be night music because, yeah, Prince would use night music. There's really just no debating that. IMO, of course. I said today's the 2nd of May. I actually had a whole bunch of stuff. Excuse me one second. I had a whole bunch of stuff that I was going to talk about today, but not going to do that. Not going to do that. So we're going to talk about. The reason we're not going to do that is because I don't remember what it was that I was going to talk about. So there's that. We'll find a way to keep you entertained this whole time that I'm getting down, no? Excuse me. All right. That was nice and quick. I think night music is, it's creeping really, really high up there on the, my favorite barrister and mann sense countdown rankings placement, because this stuff just rules, man. I'm very much a man of musk, and I think I overloaded this brush big time, but that's okay. Yeah, I love musk a lot, and I think everyone else should too, but not everyone else does, which could work in my favor. I want to get another one of these as a backup, and I just don't want to pay. I just don't want to pay more than the new price for it, and it seems that that's what everybody is selling it for. Whatever. But yeah, I kind of want to do that, and I want the aftershave as well. More of the aftershave, I should say. So I guess first things first, given that today is May 1, 2016, today, 6 years ago today, oh, shitty. 6 years ago today, it started raining in Nashville. And it did not stop for a long, long time. If I remember correctly, I believe it was 13 inches that fell in the space of 48 hours in Nashville, which is crazy. That's a lot of rain. That is a lot of rain. Here's the thing, is that Nashville, like many other cities in America, was founded on a river. So that means that downtown Nashville is, it's right there on the river. Today's razor, by the way, is going to be a Los Angeles Shaving Soap Company BBS1. This is number 140. Favoriteest razor. Hold on. So yeah, it started raining like crazy in 2010 on the 1st of May. And it sucked. The blade in here is a Gillette Silver Blue, by the way. I was actually slated to sign a lease on a first floor apartment in Market Street Apartments in downtown Nashville. Actually, now that area of the core is referred to as SoBro, which is short for South of Broadway. And the Market Street apartments were on, or they are, I should say, on 2nd and Demumbrian. May 1st of 2010, I was supposed to sign a lease for a ground floor apartment in that building. And, man, I was jazzed. I was really, really, really hype. But the rain started. And I called him. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to go out there and sign the lease today because this weather is just terrible. It was raining really mega. And I called them and they were like, yeah, no big deal. Come by the next day and sign the lease. As of the last time that I passed by, the Market Street Apartments, the ground floor of that building still has not been reopened to tenants. That is crazy. 6 years ago, and they sustained so much water damage that they have not reopened the apartment that I was supposed to sign a lease on. I was pretty mad at the time, but I did see it as the blessing, that ended up being. I was kind of upset, bothered, thinking that I was never going to get to move downtown, which of course I ended up doing. But, yeah, that's crazy. A lot of downtown was flooded, actually. Because everything drains to the river, of course. Excuse me. Everything drains to the river. So, yeah, it's, I've never seen anything like that. I think they ended up saying that it was a 1,000-year event. I was driving around that day in my car. At the time, I was driving a Toyota Matrix, manual, of course, before you ask silly questions. And I got footage of the area where I was living at the time. Woodbine is the name of the neighborhood. Hoodbine, as I like to call it. I loved Hoodbine, actually. I liked living there. It was a very diverse neighborhood. Lots of Africans, lots of Mexicans. It was a quiet neighborhood. A lot of the population was illegal, so everyone just really kept to themselves and just cooked delicious food all over the place. That neighborhood was dope, man. Yeah, so I've been thinking about that a lot today. I've had Nashville on my brain all day long, even though I did indulge in my favorite thing about living in this area. Found a nice mountain road to drive on for a bit, clear the old dome. But like I said, today is May 1st, another month down. 27 days, I think it is, to the festival. Actually, I know that's what it is. I don't know why I said I think. And again, I'm getting unbearable, which I have been for almost 39 years at this point. But yeah, I can't wait. I really need it this year. I used to go to Detroit. I used to go to Detroit about 4 to 6 times a year when I was living in Nashville. It's just where I would go to do a mental reset, And I haven't been to Detroit since last year's festival. This is the longest that I've gone between Detroit visits in years and years. So I really need this. Super hype, especially considering that for most of the year, I didn't think I was going to get to go. So Lee, if you're watching this year, I'm going for a festival. I'm going for a music festival. One of my favorite things when we get there, because I've been going to the festival with a core group of about 4 people for like the past 6 years now. And one of the things we do is on the very first day, on the Friday when we land, as soon as everybody's at the hotel from the airport, we always go to the CVS on Woodward Avenue and get supplies for the weekend, like water, ibuprofen, ponchos, snacks, candy, you know, the important stuff. And we always act like children whenever we go to the CVS. It's just around the corner from the hotel. It's a super short little walk. God, this razor is incredible, you guys. These are sold by Los Angeles Shaving Soap Company, Mr. John Brown himself, Esquire, and made by James DeFore of Wolfman fame. And above all others, Wolfman's above the ties, Blackbirds, everything. This is the one. Excuse me. I uploaded a video earlier of the drive that I took earlier today, or it's part of a little bit of the drive that I took. Not very safe. I did hold the thing, by the thing I mean my phone. I did hold it in my hand while I was driving, which is not the best thing to do. Particularly when driving a car with a manual transmission on a curvy road that I don't know at all. But I did it. Just check it out. It's getting a touch dry. But again, I think that's more because I overloaded this brush than anything. This is one of the fastest shaves, I think, ever. UFC 200 is coming up, kind of. Bummed that Nate Diaz is not going to be on the card. Because I love watching that guy win, you know? Actually, I like watching him fight, but I prefer to watch him win, of course. And would have been nice to see him win again in the main event, but it is what it is. Jones versus Cormier is a big one. I don't like John Jones at all. I really hope Daniel Cormier beats him. Didn't happen last time. He's got Cormier's got a tall order ahead of him this time. 1 second. I don't remember the other fights on the card, but there are some other ones that are interesting. Yes. Man, this stuff is good. Gonna let this brush get some water over it. Today's aftershave is going to be, of course, Barrister and Mann's Night Music. I'm actually as stupid as this is or whatever, but I'm already starting to plan what soap and aftershave and all that to bring with me to Detroit this year for the Detroit Techno remix of Shave It with Uncle W, as is tradition. Speaking of Detroit Techno, when I was driving earlier today, there's a tune that I was listening to by Derek May under the guy's Rhythm is Rhythm called The Beginning, and it is just, man, I forgot how just unbelievable of a tune that is. Alright, and that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you've been well. I hope you'll be well. And I will see you guys soon. Peace, everyone. Have a good week. Bye.